Deputy Governor, Honorable Commissioners, Chief of Staff, Media Advisor, Permanent Secretary. Before I read what I have written, I want to say certain things. First and foremost, this is not a committee for relocation of markets alone. It's a committee that is going to have many assignments that they have to do. After the elections, I did tell our people that Abia is going to have a new face. A new face doesn't come easily. The new face has to be massaged and be made to look like a new face. That Abia is moving to the next level of development. There are many things involved in moving Abia to the next level of development. The rural areas are involved, the urban areas are involved, all the sectors, health, commerce, industry, agriculture, they are all involved. If you come and look at Abia, especially Aba and Umuahia, Aba is a commercial nerve center. It's a mirror through which people see Abia State. After that is Umuahia, which is the capital of the city. And these are the first places people come. When they see what is happening there, they use it to judge how Abia is faring. If you go to Aba as it is, as of now, you will not be happy with Abia State. Not because of the potentials that we have there, but because of the behavior of our people. The same is applicable to Umuahia. Laws are made for human beings to obey. Any society that is lawless cannot progress. In Aba, you know very well the problems we're having today. Aba was well planned with drainage, which previous administrations built. But the inhabitants have, over the years, blocked such drainages with refuse and have even built on those drainages. Result that when it rains, water doesn't find its own way. Everywhere is flooded. And they don't blame it on themselves, they blame it on government. People build indiscriminately. Every place is a market. You can't differentiate between a residential house and a store. Everywhere in Aba, and some to a large extent Umuahia, it's a market. Everywhere is a motor park. When you go there, see, every person is busy. There's no order at all. This is a challenge to government. Government have to make things to move according to the laws of the land. That is why you have designated places. You have markets where traders will go and trade and buy. You have motor parks where vehicles will park and load and offload. You have the railway where people will go and enter the train. You have designated areas. You don't take laws into your hand and turn the street into mechanic workshops and park your vehicle anyhow. It doesn't happen in modern societies. This has become a challenge to government. And we've decided that the best way to do it is to enforce the laws. We're not going to go contrary to the laws, it's to enforce the law. That is the function of government. And it is incumbent on inhabitants to obey the law. Therefore, this task force that we are going to establish is for lawless people. It's not for people who are keeping the law. It's for those who have refused to obey the laws of the land. Those people who have refused to move in, Traders who have refused to move into designated areas we have built for them as market. Those people who have decided to turn the drainages into dustbin. Those people who have taken it upon themselves to now erect buildings on areas that government has designated as channels for the passage of water. Those people who encroach on government land. Those mechanics who turn the streets into mechanic village. And those people who embark on taxing our people indiscriminately. Something has to be done. I mean, to enforce the law, you have to injure some people. Provided we are doing the right thing, any person that is injured, that is his problem. What we want to do now has happened in many places. It has happened in Lagos. Our people live in Lagos. They obey it. Our people go overseas. They obey all the laws. When they come home, they become lawless. When they come to Abia State, they don't obey laws. They come and say, yeah, go to Lagos, this is what is happening. Go to this place, this is what is happening. But come and help us by being obedient. For us to achieve that thing that's happening overseas or happening anywhere, they will not. But as government, we have to show the political will to do this. So those people who say we move, they have to move. There's no going back on any policy that we are going to take in connection with this committee that we are going to set up right now. On that note, let me say that I'm pleased to be with you this afternoon as we inaugurate this committee that we call Abia State Environmental and Allied Task Force. Abia State Environmental and Allied Task Force. It's not a relocation of market. Relocation of market is just one aspect of what they will do. Maybe they will start with that one. It is Abia State Environmental and Allied Task Force. A few weeks ago, we purchased compactors, 10 of them, and gave to ASEPA for the collection of refuse. And you know why we did that? Is to clean up the environment. What I'm saying is not peculiar to Abia alone. It affects all the urban areas. Today's event simply underlines this government's concern for a cleaner and investment-friendly environment for Abia State. An environment where our citizens can live and work in comfort, and where investors attracted to Abia State can enjoy an appreciable environment comparable with any other state. All these efforts are directed towards achieving our new resolve of changing the face of Abia State. The job of this committee will be focused more on sanitizing our environment to ensure that citizens and businesses do not take the laws into their hands to degrade, compromise, and destroy the aesthetics of our cities just for the mere reason of personal interest and aggrandizement and temporary monetary gains, which end up putting the entire populace at risk. This committee will therefore be required to collaborate with and share experiences and resources with the Ministries of Commerce and Industries, Ministry of Work, Transport, Environment, and any other related agency to achieve the maximum results we require from them. This task force that we are inaugurating today has the onerous task of ensuring that our cities do not become shanties of overcrowded activities and a dumping ground for heavy-duty vehicles and dilapidated light vehicles. The committee will ensure, task force, you will ensure that traders, mechanics, and other related activities are relocated to designated sites in our cities, and that buildings and other forms of constructions are not erected on sewages, drainages, and unreserved public spaces and utilities. It will be our duty to clear our towns and roads of encroachments from all manners of businesses and unauthorized activities, including illegal parking of vehicles and abandonments that impede movements and pose hazards to our citizens. In the performance of your duties, it is evident that the task force will sometimes need to consult and collaborate with relevant development agencies such as the Umuahia City Development Agency, UCDA, town planning authorities, and of course the ASEPA. It is my hope that such cooperation should be seamless and not conflicting, and capable of producing better results and synergy. But also important is that this task force is expected to perform the role of a revenue-raising unit and collection agency from defaulters. If they are invited to do that, they will do it. And all those that infringe on our related environmental laws or act with impunity in their business location actions and use of facilities, these are enemies of the task force. This is aimed at improving our state's internally generated revenue as applicable in other states. I must, however, charge the committee as a task force to be very financially prudent and shun corruption. The state will not hesitate to prosecute any of the members that does things that are obnoxious to us. I also charge the committee, the task force, to execute your assignment with utmost professionalism, avoiding the use of ill-informed thoughts and unnecessary application of force. You have to apply force when it becomes very necessary. And that will come where negotiated agreements can be used to achieve the same purpose. If negotiated agreements cannot be used, that is when the force comes in. It is my hope that the members of the task force will perform and change the face of our cities and our environment without creating an unnecessarily overbearing and a lawless group of its own that tarnish the image of our government. Members of the task force are seated. Captain Awa's chairman, retired Captain Awa's chairman, and his deputy is the current military captain who will deputize for him in his absence and down the line. These people are drawn from the different ministries that are connected with what we are saying. If there are other people that we are leaving off, we'll bring them into the show. In the days ahead, we expect to support this committee with a mobile court, which we hope to set up with the collaboration of our state judiciary arm. This will help in the speedy enforcement of the law as they affect your rules. You will equally be expected to come up with suggestions on the location and relocation of specific businesses that will improve on our overall environment. While I assure all of you of the necessary cooperation from the government in the performance of your duties, your performance will also be monitored, and I will not hesitate to remove any erring member that is found wanting or accused of illegal dealings. this note, I'd like to wish all the members success in this endeavor. And like I've said, I've taken time to say something from the book I've written, from papers I've written, and also from my own experience. And all of them combined will give you an insight into what you are going to do. And I know that you have been chosen with care, hoping that you perform and not betray the trust that we have in you. Let me thank you for coming and accepting this job, and all the other people who have come to witness this big ceremony today. It's big to me. It may be a small ceremony, but when they start performing, you will know that it is big. Yes, people will complain initially, but after all, after that, they will eventually come to appreciate that government cares. It's only government that cares for its people. So if it is a bad thing, we will not set a task force, but we know it is good. Some people will not appreciate it now. They will criticize, they will write, they will go on air and say all sorts of nonsense. But then, it is on the long run that they will realize that government has the best intention for them by setting up this task force. On that note, let me congratulate all of you for being members of the task force. Thank you.
Today, to inaugurate this task force goes a long way to portray the fact that you are not only an amiable governor, but Shakespeare says, strange souls require strange cures, and I think His Excellency is doing just that. Permit me, sir, to invite in with Awa Udonsi Awo retired to make an acceptance speech.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Abia State, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Abia State, the Chief of Staff, Honorable Commissioners here present, the media advisor, let me stand on existing protocols. Sir, I want to say that today is remarkable in the history of Abia State. Remarkable in the sense that your promise of taking Abia State to the next level is about to be accomplished. If we don't improve on the existing infrastructure, if we don't remove obstacles that will be impediments to development, it will be actually very, very difficult for you to achieve your set goals. Bearing that in mind, I will also want to say that the task force that we have set up today is a task force that will live up to expectation by all standards. It is a task force I want to tell the members too, that we have come to serve and we have not come to eat. It is only by rendering the positive service that the actual eating that is based on levels of honesty will be accomplished. So whoever that is member of this task force who sets out on his own to make gains negatively because he has been opportune to be member of this task force will be exposed. Captain Awo Tonsi Awo inclusive. Sir, the task is not a very easy task, but I want to reassure you, our amiable governor, that as difficult as it looks, as difficult as Abba people will want to stand out for, this business will be done with some level of swiftness. We are setting out, and you will get positive results of what will happen in the field. The entire Abia State, particularly the city of Aba and Umuahia, will definitely go back to the standard you want it to be. That when people come, this state will compare as favorably well as what we have in Lagos today. I've been in Lagos, I know what Lagos used to look like some couple of years back. It took some individuals to change the face of Lagos. the same way some people have to change the face of Abia, and that must be accomplished, sir. Thank you, sir.